But then obviously, you know, just how we've been speaking then, that's how the ideas came forth. Not only just wanting to remain in Leeds, but further raise our game again. How can we raise it? How can we eclipse what we've done before, take it to another level, remind the people of Leeds the true essence of IBE, the soul of IBE, and that we're returning with a bang. So one of the big things for me, well for you as well, was the rebranding.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, we want to come out in a sense of stepping up our game, so to speak.
Yeah.
So one person that, before we touch on the logo design, we've got to pay homage to is probably, I'd say, our third member, man, which is Chip.
Yeah. Yeah.
The write-ups that he does in the programmes, the design.
Going back to day one, mate. Going back to day one and as having that initial meeting with him. I think I put a post on Facebook before we had any sort of major ideas. We had the idea of IBE, but of where we wanted it to go or anything like that. I put a post on just asking if anybody could help us out with some design ideas, and obviously Chip came forward and stepped up and created that. I said we wanted a logo with some boxing gloves, incorporate some elements of bartending, so you've got the bottle tops and the bar blades, and he came up with that first logo, and I loved it, still love it. But then obviously looking to rebrand, I think what he's done with, moving forward before that is, like you say, the programme write-ups.
Well, it was Jake who sort of started it, wasn't it? Shout out Speakman, man. Speakman's a funny guy.
I think it was funny, and Speakman set the tone really for them write-ups, because we had the idea of producing a programme for each fight, and then each person with a little bio for each participant, and I don't even know where the idea came from for it. It was like, we want a bio, but we don't want it to be real. We just want it to be a bit of a laugh. And I think the first ones in the first programme that Jake did, they were like maybe a sentence long, two sentences long. And then obviously as time's progressed with the event, I think just due to time and work for Speakman, Chip decided to take over on not only the design of the programme, but the actual putting together of the write-ups. And the write-ups have gone from being a sentence long to being half a page.
It's its own sort of like cult thing about it, innit? The people who've like collected.
The amount of times we sit down with Chip though, coming up to a week and a half before programmes go to print, and we're like, you can't say that, mate. You can't say that, mate. You can't say it, and we have to sit down and redo them all. So massive shout out to Chip though, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
So man, Tuesday, 12th November.
Exciting times.
Yeah, man, we've got our new logo.
Yeah.
We've found a new venue, which I think a lot of people in Leeds might not even know exists, which is exciting.
A lot of people I've been speaking to about it are unaware of the venue, which makes it a bit more exciting because they're going to be turning up. And we've been there, and it's gorgeous in there.
Felt like home, didn't it?
It did feel like home. It was like the first venue I've gone in and gone, I want to do more events here. Obviously, we've got the Carnix and stuff in the past that we want to do them again, but like, if we were to select one as a home, I can see that, I already envisage it as being home.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, Corn Exchange, Town Hall, Church, etc., other people have been able to go in and sort of stamp their identity on it, but this will be us.
Yeah.
Pretty much the first brand of its type, especially, but maybe one of the first brands going into the venue.
Yeah, because
so people will straight away associate it with IBE, and that's why I think it could be home.
I think because of obviously their usual clientele are weddings and corporates, and they've not done boxing events previously. I think for us to go in there and sort of introduce people of our industry to that venue is one reason why the venue itself wants us to be there as well. Yes, they want to showcase their venue.
So shout out to New Craven Hall.
Yeah, and Ben and his wife.
Yeah, man. And also as well, so it used to be Vox, didn't it, next to our studios. Yeah. So Vox used to be a club just on the periphery of the city centre, but what they've done with the venue, you know, like exposed brick walls and just how I like it, low ceilings.
Yeah, then like copper sort of mirrors they've got in there. There's really strange looking mirrors, but they're just unbelievable.
Yeah, man. I really think it's going to have the wow factor again. I believe it's going to have the intimacy. It's almost like, you know what we were saying before, where you can be like that venue was our best, or that event was our best, but we could say that about everyone. It's because there's snippets of each event that you'd like to stitch together, and I feel like this venue sort of houses all that. So I'm excited.
I agree. Can't wait for new criminal.
And not only that, we've obviously come back through with our new branding with the logo, so it feels like it's a step up from our personal efforts, and obviously for the identity of the brand as well. But one inclusion, which might be around and about for people to know, is the belt, man.
The belt.
It's the belt. We you know, it's been an idea from day dot, but you know, to not only have people on board with it, but to see it come to fruition, it's crazy. So
do you know what? We knew we wanted a belt, and we looked at loads online, didn't we? And we got Chip to design the artwork for it, which looks incredible. But it wasn't until it arrived that I thought, wow, like the quality is there, isn't it? It's gonna up that event. It's gonna make it next level.
Well, that's it.
I never thought it would look as good as it looks.
It does look stunning. It does, and then even at the press conference when we unveiled it, the people who were taking part in the tournament, you saw their eyes light up. Someone was saying, you know, I want that around my waist. And again, I just feel like in 2 years to see where we've come to now on our second birthday to have a title on the line.
Exactly. I think just to touch on it and explain it a little bit, like the reason why we've come up to it is again because we want to just try a different concept. And it's prize fighter style tournament, Grand Prix tournament, however you want to call it. I've been to lots of events and boxing events and MMA events where it's a major part of an event is to do a tournament within a fight card. So we've got four people that we know very well, 4 people that have worked with us previously, fighting for the title, and then 2 semi-finals and a final in one night.
So 2 semis at the start of the night and then a final at the end as well.
Yeah, so we've got the 2 series and we've got 9 or 10 fights and then the final. So the winners of the semis are going to be fighting twice, obviously, which is a whole new element to the fitness side.
It's incredible to think where we've grown, and obviously there's discussions further down the line for other belts that we could.
Well, as soon as that arrived, I was thinking, right, what's next?
Well, that's it.
What's next on the belt?
It just, you know, the visions and the ideas that we have for IBE. It's just always to constantly add back to the prestige of the event, and this belt cements that. Second birthday, we're going to be crowning an IBE Leeds champion.
I'm going to go full Dana White and strap it around the waist.
It's stunning. But away from that as well, we've got an interesting fight card, haven't we? We've got one of the greatest call-outs potentially in IBE history.
Costin and Crowder. Big shout out to them boys. Obviously Costin was a major part in the Leeds industry in previous years before he obviously bettered his career, moved down south and all that. But the prodigal son returns, he's coming back to Leeds, he's moved back to Leeds already. And Crowder obviously a major influence in the Leeds industry now. Really good friends. And they've had their own artwork and everything posted.
I just was going to touch on that. I think the way that they've taken it on and designed their own artwork, so a face-off poster, they're really getting involved with the idea of it.
They look like the same person.
Yeah, they do. in the head guards, we're not going to know who's who, like, are we? But
one of the funniest first ever training sessions I think I've ever taken is Costin went down with an injury, hurt his knee or his groin, apparently. And then Crowder had gone down. Costin comes for his and gets punched in the stomach and nearly shits himself.
I think he confirmed at the press conference that he actually
did. He didn't nearly do it, definitely did it. No, but what a matchup that's going to be. So that's sort of co-main event before the final. We've also got Ducker returning, Sam Ducker, massive shout out to him. He fought on our first event as well against Mr. Silver. But he's fighting, because obviously Ducker's, since that event, he trained before that first event 2 years ago, and then he's just not stopped training. So his ability has really, really come on. And he was actually going to, I don't know if I told you this, but he was actually going to be competing in like a inter-club tournament for his boxing gym down south. But then he asked us if he could be part of IBE. It was around the same date. So, we've got him matched up with a guy called Lee from Revolution Electric Press, Lee Bertram, who has got a lot of history in boxing from being a kid. So stylistically, I think that's going to be one of the fights tonight. I'm excited to see that one.
I know that when you were sort of matchmaking away, you felt that there were a lot that stood out on this card, didn't you? So, I mean, a lot of people who were coming to the event have got a lot to be excited for, because it's not only the matchups, but I feel like one thing you do amazing with the match card as well is the build as well.
Yeah, I think obviously we've got some returning fighters as we do each event, and it's been amazing to see how they've come on. Joe Heppel, for instance, his fitness is amazing. He turned up in these little black shorts and these quads that have kept come from nowhere. I was like, wow, so strong. The two girls we've got, the two girls that we've got sort of paired up to fight each other on this one should be fun. Obviously, Katie from Taste and Becky from D&D. It's funny watching them spar, because they're the two people that are apologising to everybody at the moment. And it's like, but then they take a whack and they give one back in training. So yeah, we've got a few newbies and a few returning fighters. Exciting.
I'm excited because now that we have made this pledge and commitment to Leeds, obviously we have done what we wanted to do in stepping up. The presence of it, the look of it, real feels like now we as IBE, from that first meeting in Normans to where we are now, we are really assured in the ideology of the brand, and what it stands for, its ethic, the way that it's grown, in the sense that it's helped along the line of people still maintaining the training beforehand. The excitement there is people wanting to get involved. We've even got people that are wanting to reach out for our future events. You know,
we've already got a list of 40 plus people for the next event who we couldn't squeeze onto this show, because the interest has just grown massively, which is rather humbling, really.
I'm excited, my friend. I'm excited. 12th November,
boom,
our second birthday. Ricky Burwell,
Ben Randm.
We've done it, mate.
Yes, we have.
Should be proud, brother. Belt. Let's celebrate with the belt. A champion will be crowned.
The IBE Leeds champion. Boom.